one of the terrific races on the Belmont 150 undercard is always going to be the Woody Stevens, presented by Mohegan Sun. And this year's edition will be no different. This is a race that's a war every year. But there is a sensational 3-year-old sprinter out there named Matoli. And here he is dashing through the slop at Pimlico in the Chick Lang just a couple of weeks ago, leaving others that could be in this race, including still having fun, in his dust. He's a horse that hadn't even run that well on a wet track in the past, and he may be better on a dry track. And he is a serious racehorse and not just a good 3-year-old sprinter. He's a 3-year-old sprinter that could be heard from the Breeders' Cup Sprint, but he's going to have plenty of challengers and good challengers. How about the 1-2 finishers in the Fountain of Youth at 1.16 miles at Gulfstream? But two horses that feel they will benefit from a turnback. Promises Fulfilled. Promises Fulfilled could not be caught on the front end, and you might know that horse in the yellow that finished third. He's a horse named Good Magic, who finished second in the Kentucky Derby and a valiant fourth in the Preakness. Well, Promises Fulfilled wired him, and he wired Strike Power as well. But Strike Power is actually run very well sprinting. He's undefeated sprinting, 2 for 2, and he turns back for Mark Henning, as does Promises Fulfilled for Dale Romans. Both of these horses are very good, and they are both dangerous on the turnback. They are serious players in the Woody Stevens, presented by Mohegan Sun. How about Canthaka and perhaps Beautiful Shot, the 1-2 finishers in the Las Barrera? Some of you might remember Canthaka. Canthaka had a big win earlier in the year at Santa Anita in the San Vicente, excuse me, and he's a sprinter. They tried to stretch him out, but what he wants to do is sprint. He wants some pace up front as well, but a horse who is running for West Point Thoroughbreds, a talented runner, maybe the second-place finisher, Beautiful Shot, coming as well. How about a local horse, Engage, for trainer Chad Brown? Engage won the Futurity, and he won the local prep for this, the Gold Fever. He finished second in our Bayshore. Well, he'll be running for trainer Chad Brown. Now, he'll have to run a little bit faster to beat this field, but you got to imagine he's the kind of horse that could be improving, and he cannot completely be discounted from this race. A lot of nice names in this race. Madison's Luna, who was very impressive, winning his first 2 starts, including the Hutchinson down at Gulfstream. He's expected to run. He did not handle that sloppy seal track in the Pat Day Mile at Churchill, but do not discount him as well. A loaded field lining up for the Woody Stevens, presented by Mohegan Sun on that Belmont Stakes 150 undercard.